Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Call Halayim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles. Salutations to the hopeful righteous elect around the four winds, lifting up the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah in truth and sincerity, waking up those who need to be woken up. This is Psalm chapter 44, verse 1. Salakia. This is Psalm chapter 44 and verse 1. We have heard with our ears, O power. Our fathers have told us what work thou didst in their days, in the times of old. This is Exodus chapter 12 and verse 26. And it reads, And it shall come to pass, when your children shall say unto you, What mean ye by this service? That ye shall say, It is the sacrifice of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses, and the people bowed the head and worship. That's right. So the Lord, he delivered us out of the hand of Egypt with a mighty hand. And that was what our forefathers was talking about when it said, We have heard with our ears, O power. Our fathers have told us what work thou didst in their days, in the times of old. How he delivered us during the Passover. This is Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 20. And when thy son asked thee in the time to come, saying, What mean the testimonies and the statutes and the judgments which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah our power have commanded you, then thou shalt say unto thy son, We were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand. That's right. So the Lord, same way he brought us up out of the old Egypt, he's going to bring us up out of this new Egypt, which is Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America. How thou didst drive out the heathen with thy hand, and plantedest them. How thou didst afflict the people, and cast them out. For they got not the land in possession by their own sword, neither did their own arm save them, but thy right hand and thine arm, and the light of thy countenance, because thou hadst a favor unto them. This is Joshua chapter 24 and verse 12. And I sent the hornet before you, which drave them out from before you, even the two kings of the Amorites, but not with thy sword, nor with thy bow. And I have given you a land for which ye did not labor, and cities which ye built not, and ye dwell in them, of the vineyards and olive yards which ye planted not, do ye eat. Psalm chapter 44 and verse 4. Thou art my king, O power. Command deliverance for Jacob. Through thee we will push down our enemies. Through thy name we will tread them under that rise up against us. Salakia. Psalm chapter 44 and verse 5. Through thee we will push down our enemies. Through thy name we will tread them under that rise up against us. So same way we tread over our enemies in the past by the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, we're going to tread over our enemies in the future through the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. That's why these heathens are scared. That's why Esau is scared, because his word is coming out. Deuteronomy 33 and 17. His glory is like the firstlings of his bullock, and his horns are like the horns of unicorns. With them he shall push the people together to the ends of the earth, and they are the 10,000s of Ephraim, and they are the 10,000s of Manasseh. And of Zebulun he said, Rejoice, Zebulun, in thy going out, and Issachar in thy tents. This is verse 6. Psalms 44 and verse 6. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. So, hey, we can't trust in carnal weapons against Esau. We have to trust in the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. This is 1 Samuel. (17) and 47. And all this assembly shall know that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua's, and he will give you into our hands. So that's the same way we're going to take down our enemies today. We're going to take down our enemies through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. This is Hosea chapter 1 and verse 7. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua their power, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. It's the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua that's going to save us, not our own hand. Psalm chapter 44 verse 7. But thou hast saved us from our enemies, and hast put them to shame that hated us. In the Most High we boast all the day long, and praise thy name forever. Selah. This is Psalm chapter 34 and verse 2. My soul shall make her boast in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. This is Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 24. But let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, which exercises loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, said Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Psalm chapter 44 verse 9. But thou hast cast off and put us to shame, and goest not forth with our armies. This is Psalms chapter 60 and verse 1. To the chief musician upon Shushan doth Michtam of David to teach, when he strove with Aram Nahariim and with Aram Zabo, when Joab returned and smote of Edom in the valley of Salt 12,000. O power, thou hast cast us off, thou hast scattered us, thou hast been displeased. O turn thyself to us again. Psalms 44 and verse 10. Thou makest us to turn back from the enemy, and they which hate us spoil for themselves. This is Psalms chapter 89 and verse 43. Thou hast also turned the edge of his sword, and hast not made him to stand in the battle. Psalms chapter 44 verse 11. Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat, and hast scattered us among the heathen. This is Psalms 44 and verse 22. Yea, for thy sake are we killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. This is Romans chapter 8 and verse 36. As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. This is Psalms 106 and 27. To overthrow their seed also among the nations, and to scatter them in the lands. This is Ezekiel 20 and 23. I lift up my hand unto them also in the wilderness, that I will scatter them among the heathen, and disperse them through the countries. Because they had not executed my judgments, but had despised my statutes, and had polluted my Sabbaths, and their eyes were after their fathers' idols. And with that being said, I would like to say all praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi Bahashem Rukakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles. Salutations to the hopeful righteous elect around the four winds, lifting up the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi in truth and sincerity, waking up those who need to be woken up. Abab Abal, Abab Abal, Wa Abab Abal.